Good evening, New York City, and welcome to the campus of Baruch College for a CUNYAC doubleheader between the John Jay Bloodhounds and your Baruch College Bearcats. Baruch coming in after a win earlier this week as a win on Friday, the 31st, against City College. They went uptown and blew them out 83-44 to extend their win streak to 7 games. So Baruch hosting the Bloodhounds here, who are 7-13 coming in, and Baruch really having an opportunity as they currently sit second here in the CUNYAC alongside Joe Stolzer. I'm David Just. Joe, we've seen an unprecedented win streak by the Bearcats so far, 7 in a row. Really an opportunity to make it 8 tonight against a strong opponent here in City College.
Well, happy Tuesday, David. Happy Tuesday, Baruch Nation. The City College matchup, David, it was over quickly. Okay, we get it. But in talking to Coach K, some interesting things. They're expecting, like, Lillianna Morales to really be a force. She's really coming on. And, of course, Lola Idir off the bench, 3-point threat. Does a lot of things, and I think those two are going to be people that, people should watch. Besides me and Castillo, the brilliance of her. So a lot on the line. Big battle Lexington on Thursday. Hunter is really tough this year. So everybody is jockeying, David, for first place at the end of the day.
And Baruch coming in at 7-2 in the conference, only trailing Hunter, who we'll see on Thursday night at 9-0. So an opportunity still, first place on the line in the conference, but really have to set your sights on to John Jay tonight and take care of business at home.
Well, we've talked for a long time about home court advantage, particularly here on 24th and Lex. That's the first thing. The other thing, David, I spoke to Coach K about is how key his full court press is going to be, and he hopes it to be from here on in. Really cause turnovers.
So we are moments away from tip-off here at the Arc Arena. We'll turn it over to our PA announcer, Marty Collins, for your national anthem and your starting lineup. So the lineups are in. We are moments away from tip, and Joe, you mentioned in the pregame, Morales moved into the starting lineup, a different option for Coach K, seeing Mitchell coming off the bench.
Yeah, Coach K sees something in Morales, David, that is really, a budding superstar, to, quote him. So let's see if, his calculated move here really comes to fruition. But they, again, CUNY rivals, every game is a heavyweight fight, but a lot on the line, let's face it, for the Lady Bearcats tonight.
And Morales will have a big, tall task at hand, as she is going to go up against the 6'1" Ashley Ziola, who's also the leading scorer of the Bloodhounds.
So the offense should start with Mia Castillo, and Alyssa Leong is the second option. Idir is really a threat in a lot of ways, but not ill-advised pass. We don't want these turnovers unforced.
So now Edwards has it in the front court. Bloodhounds wearing their road blues, white trim. Baruch wearing their traditional home whites. Castillo comes away with the steal. Nice crossover move, pull-up jumper from the mid-range. Can't get that one to go around and out. No good. Morales on the rebound. Out to Castillo. Once again, able to convert from almost the exact same spot.
David, the quick hands of Mia Castillo, as good as she is offensively, she's coming on defensively every game.
Ziola has it on the far side. Gives it over to Simons. Ziola going to pull from three. Nope, they're going to say it was a two. She knocks it down from long range. And we're tied up at 2, a minute gone here in the first.
Baruch has to get out and contest. She was able to set her feet.
Idir pull up three, the southpaw three, no good. Long rebound. And it's going to go last off of Ba, so it'll stay right there with the Bearcats.
Look for the Lady Bearcats to really get good at points in the paint. That's a very key statistic. Keep possessions alive. Well, that was a quick shot. No rebounding on that one.
Now Simons into the front court for the Bloodhounds. Spin move into the paint. Gives it up to Ziola on the far side. She'll put it on the deck. Working against Morales. Bloodhounds offering a lot of size against the Bearcats here. Errant pass there, trying to hit Lattimore, cutting through the middle. And it was Idir who comes away with it. It's going to be last off of, they're going to say it was last off of Ba. So it'll stay with Baruch right in front of their own bench.
The quickness of Baruch, David, I think, has an edge over the size of John Jay.
I think we saw it a few times, though, Joe, here in the early possessions. They found Morales inside, but when she turns to Ziola, it's a big matchup as Idir's three from the near side, no good. And it'll be Lattimore who comes down with the rebound for John Jay.
Well, Idir and Morales are going to have to use their feet and be very active down low, like Goldberg on the men's team.
Ziola, into the lane shot, no good, but it's Lattimore who cleans up the glass and able to finish.
Again, points in the paint for both teams are going to be determining statistics.
Morales puts it on the deck, out to Vaccarella. Ball swung around from the Idir. Quick to goal, near side three. No good. Ziola, on the rebound.
Idir's got to make those shots because she's been open a few times.
And it's going to go out of bounds. Off of Edwards. To Baruch.
Well, Vaccarella has an early exit. She's usually very involved in both ends. No, she's in the game now, but we need to have her a big part of this offense.
And Mitchell has checked in for Idir. Nice move there by Morales.
Okay.
Quick step to the basket and finish on the outlet to hand it to Ziola.
Coach K wants her to go to work from below the foul line and really go around and work within the paint.
Inside out game, Ba over to Simons. Wayward shot, no good, but Ba able to get the rebound, and she's able to get a goal from inside the paint.
Again, John Jay getting the offensive rebound, keeping the possession alive. Not good.
Now Vaccarella, far side three. Too strong. And John Jay comes the other way with it here into the front court with Edwards.
Yeah, Baruch, really it's about good shot selection.
Lattimore over to Simons here on the near side. Strong shot, no good. Castillo rips it away from Ba. I don't think Ba saw her coming. And it's going to be Leung who brings it into the front court for the Bearcats.
Castillo really playing with her foot on the gas pedal. She's upped her game, adding speed.
Nice find there from Vaccarella to the cutting Morales. Little give and go play.
Well, look how they utilize the Morales all over the lane. Both sides, up and down.
Lattimore kicks it far side. Shot too strong by Ba. Castillo, thought she came away with it. No, still loose on the deck. It's Morales, it's Lattimore, and it's going to be a jump ball, so it'll stay with... I think it stays with John Jay. Okay, correction. It looked like the arrow was...
David, I think we got to go to the monitor on that one.
They're just making sure everything's correct, good to go. It is John Jay's basketball, though.
Yeah, we had a little
5:54 remaining here in the first. They'll inbound from underneath their own basket.
We had a little confusion. That's where the monitor comes in, but
Edwards now jab step, working on Mitchell. Ball swung around the perimeter here. Richardson, who just came into the game, gets a touch. Ooh, Ba almost left it behind. Now she'll drive into the lane. Kicks it outside to Richardson, straight on. Edwards, ball stolen there. It was McRae who came away with it.
McRae anticipating the telegraph pass.
Nice find from Morales inside to McRae. Trying to get it back out.
Little too much traffic.
Yeah, now it's Edwards the other way into the front court.
Now Castillo is on another level defensively.
Edwards pulls a three, shot too strong, and it's going to be Leung who scores for the rebound and rips it down. Now it's Castillo here on the near side. Baruch trying to push the tempo. Ooh, nice fly-by move there by Castillo to let Minnick go right by. However, unable to convert on the jumper, and it'll be Edwards to walk it up for John Jay.
Well, Castillo's going to create her own shots. We know that. But hopefully they start to go down. I'm not a big fan of the far rim, David. You know that.
Richards now working inside against Mitchell. No, McRae, check that. Now it's a near side three. Way off, though, there from Edwards. Morales fighting for the rebound, able to get it up ahead to Mitchell. Mitchell brings it into the front court. However, she gets snuck up from behind by Ba. Now it's Richardson the other way for John Jay. Gives it off to Edwards, and she'll set up the offense.
Yeah, Mitchell's got to give the ball up and then get down and, post up.
It was almost one of those moments, Joe, where she was surprised that she had it in that position.
Yeah.
It's very rare that we see Mitchell bringing the ball up the floor. Either way, it'll be John Jay now working on the offensive end, 10 to shoot. Ball swung around the perimeter. Now it's Ba on the far side. She'll drive into the lane. Inside out to Edwards. Edwards working on the top of the key. Ooh, nice little stutter step move there. Shot blocked across the lane. Nice play there by Minnick, who's able to get it go as the shot clock expires. And Coach Linda Day wants to talk things over for the Bloodhounds, but a great ball movement by John Jay on that last possession. Definitely frustrating Coach Petrozos.
Well, Coach K is not going to be happy about a lot of breaks in the defense. John Jay is just kind of hanging around, and the ball's finding them. So we have to protect the paint, David. Points in the paint, just so vital.
6 points apiece so far here in the early going in the paint. There's 6 minutes, a little over 6 minutes gone here in the first. Baruch trail 8-6. And what has been a back and forth, high-tempo game so far here in the first.
Well, Castillo's missed a bunch of wide-open shots. And once she gets on track, that kind of gets the whole offense going.
1 of 3 here in the early go against Thornton Lewis, who just checked into the game, gets a touch. Ball swung around the perimeter. Castillo going to pull a 3, and she gets that one to go. That one went all the way around and down.
Well, I take it back. The rim helped out on that play. The WD-40, thank heaven.
Got out there, Joe. Maybe you got it. Did you get up?
No, I did not.
No, I'm not going to take credit for that.
But we do want to give it up to the maintenance people.
It's working now, Joe, but guarantee something will happen before the end of the day as John Jay unable to hit there. It's Leung now in the front court on the far side into Castillo up top. Ooh, nice find there. Beautiful find over the outstretched arms of Teola.
Oh, boy.
McRae's able to lay it in.
We are honored and privileged to watch the brilliance of Mia Castillo in all areas. What a great pass.
Now Richardson back up top to Edwards. Now inside to Teola. Too many steps, and back to the Bearcats.
Okay, Castillo dropping down to double course that turnover. So again, we're going to point out, forgetting about the offense of Mia, defensively, she's on another level these last few games.
If you're the Bearcats, I think you'll take that all day because you want to crash on the bigs that the Bloodhounds are currently fielding in the lineup. As Castillo shot too strong, no good. Ooh, nice play there by McRae to get a hand in front of Ziola. However, Morales takes too many steps. And it's going to go back to John Jay.
Now, Morales should have given it up, didn't have a shot, but a lot of times she is open below the foul line. Now, defensively, as soon as John Jay puts the ball on the floor, Baruch has to try and take the ball away. Now, defensively, Baruch was out of place on that, causing the foul. John Jay caught Baruch not in their positions.
And Minnick knocks down the first.
Well, what an uncommon name, Minnick. Baruch men have a Minnick, and this gal a Minnick. David, you have to admit, recently we had some great names. Was it York?
Now Leung has it, gives it over to Thornton Lewis up top. Lead 11-10 after the made free throws there by Minnick. Bounce pass inside to Castillo.
Good look.
Ziola, though, cut her right off. Now it's Leung. She'll pull the 3. Shot way off, and that'll go back to the Bloodhounds. That was Leung's first shot of the night.
Yeah, it's important for Leung to get going. Mia, Leung, and Thornton Lewis, when she's in the game.
Pull up on the far side there from Alexis Jones, the freshman who just checked into the game.
Well, Baruch,
she's got her first bucket of the night.
David, Baruch defended that. That was just a good shot.
So now Thornton Lewis looking for Castillo inside. Morales at the free throw line. Has Edwards on her and really sizes, but now Thornton Lewis pull up 3 on the near side, too strong, and it'll be Jones who comes down with the rebound. Going to push the tempo here for the Bloodhounds. Goes past Castillo. Castillo comes back. Now Ziola inside to Lattimore. She spins. Her shot blocked though by Morales. Nope. They're going to say it was on the arm, and it will send Lattimore to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, I think Morales may have made contact, but it wasn't a whole lot.
So back row on Idir checking into the game. Thornton Lewis and Morales will come to the bench. A little over 1 minute remaining here in the first. Lattimore is at the line with a chance to extend the lead.
Baruch is going to look for Idir to get going. She's very keen. She's a 3-point threat. And, of course, Baccarella, hopefully her offense output continues tonight.
They knocked down both the free throws. Very impressive, Joe. John Jay shoots on the season. It's close to 70% from the free throw line.
Well, now that's a great look and a great pass.
McRae to Baccarella underneath.
Hey, listen, we're getting some Super Bowl pre-highlights here with these passes.
Lattimore on his left to behind, inside out, ball swung around the perimeter. Now Jones over to Edwards. He's going to drive against Castillo. High off the glass, no good. Ball still loose. Edwards, I think, was expecting the contact and never came. Now Young into the front court. Ooh, nice behind the back dribble, creates some space, gives it over to Idir on the far side. Idir shot no good. It'll be Ziola who comes down with the rebound for John Jay, and Edwards will walk things up. Baruch, I think, trying for the 2-for-1 there, unable to get the shot to go.
Idir, again, once she sets her feet, we're hoping they drop.
Lattimore shot no good. Ziola there on the rebound. Goes in strong and one. And she'll have a chance to extend it to a 4-point lead with 19 seconds remaining.
Well, Ziola could be a problem. And Baruch is going to have to really use their feet and really, make it difficult for her by, maybe denying entry to her. It could be that simple.
And the first game that was at John Jay was actually part of the Bearcats' current winning streak. And they saw Ashley Ziola have 13 points, but only 5 rebounds, so only in 39 minutes, so really able to contain her that night.
Ziola looks like the real threat for Baruch.
She leads the Bloodhounds in scoring a little over 15 points a game and a little over 7 boards per game. Also leads the team in turnovers as well, so where she has success on the offensive end, she also has potential to struggle. But when you have the ball in your hands as a big that much, that will happen. But after one, we'll step aside for just a moment. Baruch leads, trails 17-13. You're watching Baruch Basketball YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting.
Yeah, David, McRae is really passing well and looking for her teammates. This is really becoming a really big attribute of the Baruch attack. Morales is really doing well in that high post. McRae doing well. And this is like a kind of new thing now for the Lady Bearcats, working off the post.
Yeah, to your point there, Joe, we had Morales had 4 points in the first. Castillo leads all scorers with 5 for the Bearcats, tied with Ziola with 5 for the Bloodhounds. But to your point, Joe, Morales, McRae, Castillo from inside, all really getting up-close opportunities.
Right, Coach K is really trying to implement that into the attack. Now, David, at the first quarter, you know what happens. Coach K says in the huddle, Mia, it's your time, okay, to try and erase this 17-13 deficit. We've seen it time after time. As Mia goes, so do the Lady Bearcats.
So both teams break the huddle. It's going to be Leung, Baccarella, Castillo, Idir, and McRae for the Bearcats. Lattimore, Edwards.
So let's look for
Ziola and Simons for the Bloodhounds.
Let's look. There's McRae. Let's see if she continues to be a focal point of this offense for Baruch.
Baccarella has it. Lattimore sags off her. Ball swung around the corner. Now it's Idir. Inside out to Baccarella to Idir. Near side 3. And she knocks it down. Big 3 there. And just like that, it's a 1-point game. Idir gets her first bucket. Previously 0 of 4 from downtown.
Well, she's in the game to really be a 3-point threat.
And there's the Baruch press that you were talking about, Joe, pregame, as there's Leung and Baccarella giving Edwards fits here on the near side. Castillo.
Oh, what a pass.
Oh, we got an injured. I think we have an injured player down on the floor. No, Lattimore is down. As Baccarella fell on top of her. Once she hit the deck already, Baruch unable to convert on the pass inside to McRae.
Dave, Mia Castillo hit McRae on a slant that Patrick Mahomes, does. That's a great pass and catch in traffic behind the defense.
Bounce pass to McRae, dangerous pass. He had nothing behind it. He had the type of pass that needed legs. as it's Leung now on the top of the key. Gives it over to Baccarella. Ball swung around the corner. 9 to shoot, 8 to shoot. It's a cross-court pass. Baccarella, mid-range jumper. Shot too strong, and it's going to be Ba who comes down with it. Ooh, Edwards almost left it behind, and she'll bring it up. Baruch set up in the half-court press.
Baruch is finding their offense. Really good passing.
Still there by Castillo as Edwards is trying to find the cutting Ziola. Now Castillo right into the lane. High off glass, shot no good. Baccarella grabs it, give it off to Castillo. Nope, she's fouled underneath. Let's see who it's on. It's on Ziola. Only the second team foul for the Bloodhounds, so it'll stay with the Bearcats.
David, excuse me, Castillo's all over defensively. You know, I think Idir needs to have that dribble like Castillo, push dribble, and just set herself free to drive or take the shot.
She had the lane. I think she just didn't have the vision to take it.
She pulled it back.
Now Lattimore from the elbow. Shot just a bit soft, no good. Nope, wow, they're going to say it was off Castillo last. They have to get off Ba last, it looked like.
I'll tell you, these referees going to have to go to the monitor. Couple of calls against Baruch, you know, really need to be reviewed.
Entrance into Lattimore, shot too strong. McRae comes down with the rebound, now Castillo will push. Castillo right into the lane and able to finish off the glass with the right hand.
Well, again, she's the one that's got to really ignite a flame here for Baruch.
Now Simon's ahead of the pack. Castillo trying to get something on the ball, nothing doing. And Simon's able to lay it in. Well, we have a back and forth game here at the Arc Arena.
While Baruch was pressing, there was nobody playing defense guarding the basket.
Just wanted to foul now. Ziola right into the lane, finishing with the right hand over the outstretched arm of McRae.
There's not a whole lot you can do when she gets ahead of steam.
She's just running downhill at that point.
Yeah. Baccarella's open.
McRae able to work past Ziola and lay it in with the right hand.
McRae's been a factor here in the first half.
Turnover there as Baccarella comes away with it, gives it inside to McRae. Inside out, ball swung around the perimeter. Leung going to pull a straight on three. Ooh, halfway down. Shot no good. Edwards able to pick up the loose ball and going to push into the front court. Bloodhounds had numbers as they hit the trailing Lattimore, Her shot off wide, no good, and it'll be Idir. Now the ball's up ahead to Leung. 1-2 with Baccarella. Ball swung across court. Castillo puts it on the deck, almost left it behind though, and now back to Leung. Some dangerous passing here if you ask me, as Leung pulls the three too strong off back iron, and it'll be the Bloodhounds to walk things up.
Baccarella, David, passed up some shots. She had some early looks before the defense set up.
Also some just dangerous cross-court passing. But I thought Leung and Castillo, at least from this point of view, throwing inches away from fingertips.
Great point, David, but when Baruch is successful, it's Leung at the top, and they rapidly move the ball around the wing.
So now Richardson has it 15 to shoot for the Bloodhounds, and Edwards has it up top. Ooh, dangerous pass there over the minute. She takes too many steps, and it's going to go back to Baruch.
Mia and Leung are going to have to really create the havoc defensively. That usually really works for Baruch.
Leung having a quiet first half. I mean, you can argue Castillo is as well, but Leung having a quiet first half here. Baruch trail by 1, 21-20. Leung crossover move.
They have to swing it. Leung's got to move.
Ooh, nice find there to Castillo. Ooh, good pass there to Morales, inside out. Gives it off to Baccarella here on the near side. Shot too short, and Ziola comes away with the rebound. Quickly to Edwards.
Lady Bearcats did everything but make the shot.
Ooh, Minnick almost got that one to go, and the foul there's going to be on Leung. That's going to be
You know, David, with 5:25 left in the second period, don't you get the feeling both teams are kind of feeling each other, and John Jay is hanging around. But I get the feeling Baruch is just going to go on a run soon.
Minnick knocks down the first.
This is when you have a superstar that needs to just take over the game, and we know who that is.
And good on the second. Right now, John Jay a perfect 6 of 6 from the free throw line. So now Young has it on the Bearcat symbol. Castillo jab step goes into the lane. Gives it outside to Young. Really good perimeter defense here by the Bloodhounds. Kick from Morales. Offensive foul. I mean, that is.
Well, she moved. She needed to stay. But Mia, with that push dribble, can really set herself free.
Now Minnick into the front court for John Jay.
Now here's where the defense, the double team has to come in.
You don't see that very often there, Joe. A carry against Edwards, so they'll go back to Baruch.
Well, listen, the whole NBA is carrying the ball.
Setting up the offense. Baruch getting really stagnant on the offensive end here. Castillo right into the lane. Goes up against Yola. She's fouled. I think the foul there will be on, I had to guess, Edwards. And see, yep, it'll be on Edwards as Yola did come across with the right hand on the block. Well, but it was Edwards in the landing spot.
As soon as Mia extended, she got fouled. Now, the script is set. 23-20. Mia's got to just kind of get going right now.
And she knocks down the second. So it's a 1-point game, 23-22. Just over the midway point here in the second quarter. Now Richardson has it. Takes the pick there from Kimmy. Nice move inside by Minnick. Couldn't get that one to go. However, Richardson comes down with the rebound for John Jay. And they'll have another crack at the apple.
Yeah, keeping the possession alive. Not good.
Kimmy cross-court pass to Richardson. Puts it on the floor. Floater in the lane, no good. Ball still loose. I think it was Richardson and Kimmy who kind of collided midair on that rebound. Baruch are the beneficiary as the pass ahead to Mitchell. Shot no good. And she got real close to travel there. She almost dragged that pivot foot. Luckily, it'll go back to the Bearcats as it goes off the Bloodhounds last.
David, there seems to be something wrong with Mitchell's right hand. I don't know if she can actually grip the ball.
Protective wrap tonight is Precious Mitchell. So it'll be Castillo to inbound. Nice find there to McRae. Shot either errant or blocked by Richardson. Either way, it's Minnick the other way, quickly into the lane. Kimmy now further inside. Reverse layup, no good. She's able to corral her own rebound. Can't finish. Ooh, Minnick hits the padding hard. And then she hits the deck.
You know what, John Jay is too active deep in the paint. Baruch has got to correct that. They've got to find a way to move John Jay out because they're just camping out.
That's the thing. We have a team like John Jay. You got Lattimore at 5'10", Kimmy there at 5'10", who just came off the floor for Lattimore.
And they want to camp out.
And Ziola at 6'1", not to mention Richardson at 5'9", so creates a lot of positional matchups, especially when they have a few of them on the floor like they do now with Ziola, Lattimore, and Richardson.
That's a foul.
Was just a little overzealous on Castillo. And that's the other thing about guarding a top-notch player there, Joe. You may get a little too excited on the defensive end.
Yeah, well, Castillo was really looking, for shots for herself.
Now it's Young gives off to Castillo, puts it on Nick. Nice crossover step-back jumper. Shot too strong, but it's Thornton Lewis on the rebound as Ziola couldn't close it down quick enough. Nice move there by Castillo. Just couldn't finish. She went right around Ziola, and it's going to be last off of the Bearcats, so to go back to the Bloodhounds.
David, that was a pro move. A crossover from right to left. You know, you don't see that in the pro rank. Great move. But again, it's all about finishing.
So the rest came together there, and they said it actually is Bearcat basketball, so it'll be Baruch's ball right underneath the basket as Castillo looks to inbound, has McRae, hand off to Leung, Idir up top. Castillo pulls a three, too strong again. Castillo struggling to get it going. She able to chase down her own rebound in the far corner. Now Idir, lefty three, straight on. Shot off left iron, no good. Ooh, that was dangerous plays. McRae and Castillo were fighting for it. Idir going to pull again, and she knocks it down from straight on.
David, we said it. Offensive rebounding to extend possessions. Very big.
Richardson into the lane, gives it up to Ziola here on the near side elbow. Silky smooth, but she's able to knock that one down.
Well, Ziola's going to be a factor that Baruch really has to be careful that she doesn't get going.
Idir going to pull it straight on three again. Right iron, no good. It'll go out of bounds and back to the Bloodhounds.
We have a tie game, and it's really about what's going to separate the two teams. Is it going to be Mia, or is this Ziola, going to be a problem for the Baruch defense?
The teams is combined shooting roughly 30% from the field, so it's been a poor shooting night for both John Jay and Baruch.
David, it's colder down here than it is outside.
Simon's up top, inside out. It's going to be Lattimore who pushes off McRae to create the position, and it's going to go back to Baruch.
Well, we might have had to call the police on that one. That was assault.
So Leung's bringing it to the front court. Idir over to McRae at the free throw line. She'll turn and take the jumper and give it to that was Lattimore who sagged off. And McRae just knocks it down from the free throw line.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what Coach K wants out of Morales and McRae. And that's too easy.
Jones right into Lattimore on the other end.
That's too easy. Christmas is long over.
Three there. No good. And Castillo's been struggling here in the first half. We're tied at 27 coming on a minute and a half remaining here in the first. As Lattimore again, Joe, right underneath the basket.
What happened?
The issue is she's catching it so deep. Sorry, Joe.
No, David, to your point, McRae is like not really defending. She's backing off.
And then actually, McRae is not bouncing on the outstretched arm of Lattimore. But notice the positioning now. Let's see where Lattimore sets up here on this end. It's going right down the lane. And using her size to create some space. This time getting the weak side rebound. Couldn't finish. Gets her own rebound again. Hits the deck. Can't finish. And it was Castillo comes down with it. But Lattimore getting multiple chances there on the offensive end. Leung curls back. Idir now straight on to the pull. And she knocks down another two. Lola Idir, outside specialist, able to give the Bearcats a 3-point lead under a minute remaining here in the second quarter.
We talked about what a factor Idir is. There's no doubt. Her and Morales, there's a great feeling that they're going to really be key factors going forward.
So that's Castillo's first foul, and it'll send Ziola to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, Baruch is going to have to mentally toughen up in the paint. It really could be the difference between a win and a lose. That paint. Really figuring out how to own the paint.
So Ziola, 72% free throw shooter. And good on the second. 32-30. Baruch leads 40 seconds remaining here. If Baruch play their cards right, they can get a quick 2-for-1. Inside out, Leung. Now over to Idir. Now inside to Castillo. Inside out, Leung.
Well, good ball movement, but David, not the best shot. With the clock a factor, Baruch really needed to score with a good shot.
Now Edwards has it 18 seconds. Yeah, I mean, Leung had the look there, Joe. She just has not found the stroke here in the first half.
I mean, I really want Castillo to go to the line more.
Yeah, 0 for 4 so far here. No points, and she's played all 20 minutes here. Baruch can get the final shot, though, as they lead by 2, 32 to 30, 10 seconds. And to your point, Joe, that'll send Castillo to the line.
Yeah. If it's not going to be from the outside, she's got to get to the line. She's so crafty, she can find her way to the foul line.
6.5 remaining, so the Bloodhounds will have a chance at a final shot here, regardless of what happens with Castillo at the line if she knocks down the first.
Coach K really worried about John Jay not scoring to end the second period.
Castillo gets a 4-point lead. Edwards into the front court, right into the lanes, got to get it up. Moves it on the way, she's running the whistle. Nothing doing. Edwards having a conversation there with the ref at the end of the first half, but Baruch bringing a 4-point lead into halftime. 34 to 30 they lead here in the first game of our CUNYAC doubleheader.
Both teams, David, trying to figure each other out. And again, it's going to be a halftime conversation about the success of John Jay to keep the ball alive in the paint and the overall success they had in the paint.
And Joe, we spoke about it, and almost ad nauseum in the first half between Ziola, Lattimore, combining for 18 of the 34 John Jay, 34 minutes. They have 18 points, 10 rebounds combined. They do have a pair of turnovers each, but really, I mean, we'll get to Lattimore in a second. 3 for 10, but Ziola 4 for 5, and not only that, we've seen her stretch the floor a couple times.
And Baruch just needs to not back off, okay? They need to have confidence that their feet and their hands are going to work for them. But you have to really push the plays out early on, not let them get in that position. You're going to lose the battle.
Yeah, and that's the thing I think with Lattimore, more so than Ziola even, at least a few times late in that second quarter.
She's camped out.
She's catching it at the basket, and she's going to get easy buckets like that all day. We've seen she has talent. We see that she could ball.
Luckily, David, Ziola's on the move, but, you can't let somebody camp out. It's just, it's going to be too easy. And you know what? A little bit of luck that the ball finds them. But other than that, Baruch is really going to have to push them out, and they need to own the real estate, so to speak.
And let's also give Baruch credit a bit on the defensive end as well. Ariana Edwards, their third leading scorer, John Jay's third leading scorer, that is about 10 points per game. She played the entire first half, 0 for 6 from the field, 6 turnovers and no points.
Castillo, I mean, early on, actively with her hands, was everywhere. And, it was almost like she was playing dodgeball. So they all need to come out on fire. And I think mentally on fire. You're at home, and there's so much at stake, David.
Yeah, so, I want to get your point about. I want to hear your point about this as well, right? We had Edwards, ball dominant guard for John Jay, right? Running point for them, having a rough night so far. We've seen Leung, ball dominant guard for Baruch, also having a bit rough night on the offensive end. How much, in your opinion, is their defensive assignments against each other factoring into maybe some of the struggles?
I don't think it's factor. I just think they're just off their game, and how quickly they can get on their game. Okay, Leung, we've seen it. It's okay. She's cold, but shooters have to keep shooting. Now, David, remember we talked about. You're going to have to get to the foul line in this game. The outside shooting is not there, so we need to go to plan B. So we need to get to the foul line. Leon, Castillo, everybody. 9
free throws for the Bloodhounds versus only 4 for the Bearcats in the first half.
Not good. Especially when it's not working. That plan B has got to come in.
And we have the makings of a great second half here as Baruch going into the break up by 4, 34 to 30. We'll step aside for 10 minutes for halftime, and we'll be back to preview the second half. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting.
How's it going, Joe?
Baruch Nation.
Yes, sir.
We have Sayeed Osorio, who, as you know, standout player, now standout assistant coach. And we have Gerard Nicholson, or in Baruch Nation is known as G or G Time.
Yes, sir.
So, Sayeed, really quickly, big game tonight, but where are the Bearcats and where do you think we're going?
Yeah, so obviously we lost a lot of guys last year. Had a big senior class coming off of a three-peat historic year, and coming in we had a lot of freshmen and a lot of guys who had to step up into new roles like Dylan Minnick, Jack Gordon, even Gerard here, who stepped into a bigger role. We got Brandon Goldberg, one of our best players, just got player of the week. Trayvon Coppin, one of our freshmen.
Well, Coppin at 28 last game.
Yeah, he's a hard worker, but we had a lot of guys step up this year, just, a lot of guys stepping into new roles and just working really hard. So,
and I think Coach Elise has been figuring out, and you as a staff, and in-game coaching, you guys are the best at CUNY and some of the best I've seen. In terms of finding that guy that's going to really make it happen, whether it's Goldberg or Coppin. But let's bring G. Listen, they gave the keys to the car to you this year, right? They gave the keys to the car to you this year, and you didn't waste any time.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you're balling and you're really getting it going. Where do you think the team is, and what do you need to do to get this done?
Yep, I think we're at a great point now in the season. We got a bunch of guys contributing, especially young guys, our freshmen. Everyone's playing their role, and I think at this point, heading to playoffs, we're firing on all cylinders. We got everyone on board, and we're all just looking at one goal, that's a championship.
Yeah, how about some of the young guys? You think that they have seen enough ball mature that they're really going to be able to contribute? That's been a staple of Coach Elise's attack. Young guys, getting mature real quickly.
Yep, absolutely. Like you said, Trayvon Coppin, great game last game. Nick Lamb, Peter DeVrays, everyone's playing into their role, and they're going to be great teammates in the future.
Well, again, Baruch Nation, this is a special year, both men and women. But both of you, what do you think the team has to do at the last part here? Is it just staying with this plan, or what adjustments you think you have to make going into this latter part of the season into the playoffs, or you're good with the current attack?
Yeah, I think our coaches, we always talk about heading to the playoffs. So we're all focused on just winning out every game. Like Coach Lisi said, every next game is the biggest game of the year. Whether we're playing York, Medgar, Lehman, even a first-place game like tonight, you always got to win the next one, and just one game at a time.
All right, tell me what you think about the Battle of Lexington. What do you think about that Thursday night?
It's gonna be a good one.
It's the greatest event. It's Hunter, but in terms of you, what did you do during the summer to kind of take your game to another? I know you played every day, but what did you do specially to take your game to the next level?
So, this offseason is obviously I was in the gym a lot, shooting, playing basketball, but I took a new route. I did a lot of running this summer, different conditioning, because I knew with losing our top 8 guys, I would have to play a lot more minutes and on the offense end, contribute on the defense end. So I knew my role would be bigger, and I knew I had to get in great shape to be able to do that for a long period of time.
Well, we're privileged and honored to have you, because, again, if you don't make it in basketball, you should be playing cornerback.
I know. That's my family's favorite line when you say that.
No, come on. That's the best. I love it. But listen, Coach, what do you look for tonight, real quickly, in tonight's game?
Yeah, tonight's going to be a really good game. Again, like Gerard said, it's a huge game. It's a battle for first place. John Jay's a really good team. They got a lot of depth on their side. Great coach and Coach Highland. But we're taking it one game at a time. We're staying focused. We're going to try to throw different defenses at them, things of that sort. But again, tonight's just going to be a battle for first place, and the pressure is not on us. As Coach says that a lot. We're just relying on the work that we've been putting in the past couple of days.
Hey, listen, both of you guys, thanks for stopping by.
Sir.
And best of luck.
Thank you, Joe.
And we are so proud of, you, G, and you. Now you're the coach now.
Yeah.
So wait a second. Gotta really look at you differently. But listen, you guys are the best.
Thank you, man.
And much success going forward. We're gonna have you on again.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Joe.
All
Appreciate
right.
you guys.
Have a good night.
Thank you too.
Welcome back to the Arc Arena. We're moments away from second half action in the first game of your CUNYAC doubleheader between John Jay and your Baruch College Bearcats. We had the pleasure, Joe got a chance to sit down with Coach Sayeed Osorio, former Baruch players.
Tremendous player.
Six-man player, really, for the Bearcats the last couple of years. Really an energy guy and a shooter.
And by the way, a tremendous communicator and coach because he loves the game.
Yeah, and then we also had the opportunity to sit down with senior guard Gerard Nicholson, Baruch's leading scorer this year at a little over 19 points per game.
David, he's a quiet assassin. Very low demeanor, very respectful, but his game from last year changed, and he put in the work in the summer, and he's just, like I said, very quiet, but oh boy, is he effective.
And Joe, you could argue both of their roles have very much changed, right? You had Sayeed Osorio going from six-man to coach, and we've seen that Coach Alisi do that a lot with a lot of his ex-players, including Jamel Fair, who was one of the leaders of the team last year as well. And then you had Gerard Nicholson, who became, really third or fourth option on a championship team last year to being first, sometimes second option to Goldberg for the men's team. So really a shifting of responsibilities for both of them.
And what's great is they love the game. I don't care what division. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They love the game. And we want to really, bring these people on to allow them to have that moment in the sun and live on, to listen to the broadcast and really enjoy their time I wish them both luck in their professions.
Yeah, and they're not quite done yet, as Gerard has a few more games left here in his senior year, including, I know you touched upon it on the conversation, Battle Elects Thursday night. So if you're on campus or around campus or not near campus but want to come check out Baruch basketball, check out Battle Elects. But we are back underway here. It's the second half of your opening game of the doubleheader, as the foul there early against Leung. 5 seconds in, we get our first whistle.
Well, why is Ziola so far out? That's interesting. Again, let's see if Baruch can move the post players of John Jay out. This is not a camping trip.
At the free throw line. Gonna pull up. It's Ziola. Barely grazes iron, but able to get the offensive rebound between three players. And again, so we talked about it right after the first half. Lattimore getting that position inside. Easy layup.
I don't know why Baruch is kind of timid with regard to this interior defense.
Castillo now crossover move, looking for options. Idir straight on three. Ooh, too strong, no good, and it'll be Edwards who comes down with the rebound.
Well, again, Idir kind of got going in the first half.
Wild shot there by Ba. Now Ziola gets the rebound on the far side. Edwards now taking a couple steps. Instead gives it over to Simons. Elbow jumper. Shot no good. Ball still loose. Idir fighting with it underneath, and it's going to be, looks like Ba who came out of the pack with it.
That's a problem. Again, the success of John Jay down low, whether it's a loose ball, a rebound.
Now Castillo right into the lane. Can't finish with the right hand. And it'll be Simons on the rebound. Able to save. Ooh, nice play there by Edmonds. Now it's Lattimore. Simons up top. Goes around Castillo right into the lane. Nice move there. Can't finish, and Idir pulls down the rebound.
Well, she's also too open. The defenses, again, they're moving away instead of going to.
Morales, left-handed layup, no good. And it'll be Lattimore who gets the rebound. Sloppy play here, Joe. Poor shooting picking right up from the first half, where teams combined for 31% from the field.
Well, both teams are out of sync, David.
Inside out, Ziola now over to Simons. Bounce pass inside to Lattimore. Aaron shot there. Looks like she was falling away. Looked like she was also potentially looking for more contact than ever came.
Well, that's a shot that would work for her in the first half.
Idir going to pull a three. Shot straight on. No good. Grazes left iron. It'll go out of bounds. And it'll go back to the Bloodhounds.
David, at the end of the first half, we said Baruch has to go to the foul line. They're still trying to get it done perimeter-wise. It's not working.
It's going to be a full timeout here for the Bearcats. 2.5 minutes in there, Joe. Coach Castillo just wants to talk things over. Can't be happy with his output so far here in the second half.
Both teams are out of sync, David. What's going to kind of get Baruch going? because this is kind of going back and forth. But at the end of the day, this is not the Baruch team we've seen that all of a sudden, starts to get going. Something or somebody, does something, and now they go on a run. Right now, we're just stagnant.
Yeah, Baruch's leading scorer, Mia Castillo, 22 minutes, shooting 25% from the field, 11 points. And then Lisa Leung has played also 22 minutes, 0 of 4 from the field. 4 shots, not enough, I think, for Leung, but also not really able to find her rhythm here in the first half.
I can't remember the last time Leung was at the foul line. See? We need to get to the foul line. This is too easy for John Jay.
And Baruch have just not been hot from downtown. They've been really trying to rely on the three-pointer,
right,
as 20 of their 45 shots have been from behind the arc.
So you're making it easy for John Jay, and I'm worried about John Jay not getting tired because of Baruch's attack.
Bounce pass inside from Simons to Lattimore, who was posting up. Bounces past her and it'll go back out of bounds. So it'll be Castillo to walk things up for the Bearcats. Into the front court over the Leung, ball out on her. Little set up here in the zone. As Morales gives it outside to Leung. Leung looking for options. Idir now over to Castillo. Castillo into the lane. Nice. What a pass to Morales. And Baruch really need to rely on Morales.
That was an underhand shuffle pass.
Morales has 6. Now Castillo into the front court. Ball cross court, up top to Idir, inside to Morales, outside to Baccarella. Ball getting quickly moved. Ooh, nice handoff there to Morales to Idir. She's going to get her pocket pick. Stay right there with the Bearcats as Edwards was sneaking up from behind.
Baccarella is passing up the shot. She's got to shoot, just to keep John Jay on their toes.
Inside to Leung, outside, ball swung. Now it's going to be Idir straight on 3. She's got the open look halfway down and out. No good.
Well, that's another possession that Baruch just settled for, something rather than pursued a good shot.
I mean, most nights when Idir's finding her stroke, I wouldn't be too upset with that shot, though, Joe. It was a wide open 3 from downtown. She just hasn't had the hand tonight. As Simon straight on 3. Long rebound out to Leung. And she's into the front court, looking over both shoulders, going behind her. Now it's Idir, puts it on the deck. Hand off to Castillo. Ziola out on her. Now it's over to Idir on the near side baseline. Mid-range jumper. That one is able to drop.
Well, somebody's got to ignite a flame.
Ziola too short on the rebound. Had the look, though. And Castillo now into the front court to Morales. Near side pass to Leung.
They got to swing the ball now.
Baruch shooting really quickly in that possession. Bounce pass now over to Ba on the far side.
What's happening is they're just having empty possessions. That's not good.
Edwards shot too strong.
Great pass.
She's still looking for her first basket. Now Baccarella ahead of the pack and able to lay it in as Edwards is trying to chase her down.
Idir's a very good passer.
Nice move there by Ziola. Can't finish the right hand. Gets her own rebound. Lose the ball on the way up. Able to reclaim position, though, and lay it in off the glass. It's a 30-second timeout for Coach Linda Day as she wants to talk it over with her Bloodhounds. 5 minutes remaining here in the third. Baruch lead 40-34. You're watching CUNYAC basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting.
David, the thing that is going to be evident about John Jay is their ability to score 2 feet from the basket. They have not done anything from the outside, so Baruch has to acknowledge it. Stop it.
And we saw it there. Ziola getting multiple chances on the inside after her first missed shot, but even then, she ran point at 6'1", went right into the lane. She couldn't finish her basket again, and able to eventually reposition herself and lay it in.
I can't remember the last perimeter shot that John Jay attempted.
22 combined between Ziola and Lattimore in 44 minutes of action.
Now again, where is Castillo?
Mid-range jumper there from Leon. She knocks it down. Claps her hands in frustration. That's her first bucket of the night. Edwards now has it up top. Simons. Now going into the paint. Kicks it back out to Simons. And off to Edwards. Edwards crossover. He's trying to force inside to Ziola. She's still going to work against Baccarella. And
well, Ziola could play. Because really, that was a great offensive move.
Nice find there to McRae inside from Castillo. Castillo gets the ball back from Morales. Down the mid-range jumper. Now he's starting back-to-back baskets for Bruce's two leading scorers.
Well, Morales has got to show that she can score.
She had success in the early portion of the first half and had a nice play with Castillo early on here in the second half. A little under 4 minutes remaining here in the third. Now Ziola inside, working against Baccarella. Castillo.
Not a whole lot of contact. So if I'm Coach K, I'm going to be upset about that call. If anything, Ziola elbowed into a good position for herself.
I think Baruch bench wanting to get Ziola on being a bit handsy on the offensive end. She goes to line to shoot 73% free throw shooter on the season.
If you notice, Ziola uses her elbows a lot.
It's also in the possession before this. I mean, Castillo gets called for the foul. The possession before this, going one-on-one with Baccarella is not the matchup you want if you're Coach K. You know, throw different bodies at Ziola, but it's tough to play one-on-one.
Well, we need to have Castillo go against Ziola because she'll be able to have the body control to make something happen. Great move.
Nice move there by Leon. Gets the flow to the bounce and ball. Going back to your previous point, I think it's more so throw multiple bodies at her when she catches the ball inside the post.
Oh yeah, just as soon as she puts it down, converge.
Right now, working on Castillo. Now they should already be on top. Yep, she already. You can't get her into.
Well, Morales should have dropped.
You can't let her take 2 steps.
Morales should have dropped when she turned and gone for the ball.
Nice play there from Castillo. From McRae, it's going to go out of bounds unless they're going to stay right there with the Bearcats. But it can't be a one-on-one matchup with Ziola when she gets it on the block.
No, I mean she's too skilled.
Baccarella from the free throw line. Shot no good. Ziola comes away with it.
Angela's got to make that shot, being wide open.
Now Minnick into the lane. Shot a bit wide to the right. It'll be Castillo into the front court. And so out of bounds. Last off of the Bearcats. Baruch lead by 7. 2:44 remaining here in the third. Able to spin and one. Morales just a step late there, Joe. Sorry.
Even if you played good defense, the spin was a very crafty move. Hard to defend that. Now, if I'm Coach K, I'm concerned with Ziola and her ability. I don't know if you can defend that.
19 points on 8 of 13 shooting, Joe. So far in the third quarter, having her way.
Having her way, and it's got to be very frustrating because she's very good. You don't really have an answer for her unless you deny the ball.
McRae, too strong. She gets fouled by Ziola there. And that's a way to slow her down, trying to get her into some foul trouble if that's only going to be her second foul.
Well, the good thing is Baruch is at the foul line. The second thing, great look from Leon in traffic. That's what you want your lead guard to be able to do.
And McRae knocks down the first.
Well, Ziola's on the bench. So a little breathing room for Baruch at the moment.
Baruch setting up in the
How many times have we seen this Baruch defense kind of take things to another level?
Young takes the pick from McRae. Castillo now into the lane. Floater over the opposite. That's good. Baruch lead 50-42.
Great defense at Castillo. That's what you want, the double.
Now Lattimore inside, spinning against McRae. Head down, going in strong and able to finish with the right hand.
Well, that's been very successful for John Jay all night.
Lattimore's got 10 points in 19 minutes. Pressure to John Jay.
We've talked about this, David. Baruch having a problem with bigs of some other teams, characteristically, right?
And just like that, Ziola right back into the game.
No outside shooting from John Jay.
She's just calling for it in the post. She now gets it on the near side. Pulling Mitchell out of the paint. Now it's inside the Lattimore. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to go back to Baruch as Lattimore was tied up underneath.
Yeah, the minute she turned, that was great for Baruch to just bottle her up.
Ooh, Castillo dribbles it off her own foot. Loose on the deck. And it's going to be a jump ball down the other way. And just like that, Baruch gets the turnover and possession right back.
This is it. This is what this year has been about from Coach K. Putting in this stifling defense that's a game changer.
Richardson bounce pass inside the Lattimore. Here comes the double team. And one from Lattimore. She's able to power through. Let's see who the ball's on. Foul there's going to be on Castillo. That's going to be her third.
Lattimore's a problem. We get it.
12 points in 20 minutes with 6 rebounds.
They're going to have to converge and deny the entry into her.
Make that 14 points, make that 15 points.
Once she gets the ball, she's on her way. So Baruch is going to have to pre-deny and keep the ball out of her hands.
And also, Joe, I mean, maybe it's like a bit more of an old school mentality to throw some bodies at her maybe before she gets into position. If you take a few fouls, who cares? Let her know you're there.
Well, you know when you go on the train and it's crowded, you're trying to get
that hit right into her.
Right. Trying to get room for you to stand.
It's back row, right into the lane. She gets fouled on the way up. And she'll go to the line to shoot, too. Good transition offense there by Bacarella. And she has an opportunity to go to the line and extend the lead to 5.
Well, again, the fact that Baruch is at the foul line is a big difference in the first half. And it's also causing John Jay to, have to go mix and match with their bench. Bacarella, a key component of this Baruch attack, both offensively and defensively.
But it's off Richardson. With Baruch. The men's team also has entered the building, so making a little bit of noise from the far side. They'll play next against John Jay.
Well, this is a preview of Thursday night Battle of Lexington, when all the teams come in here and, really live it up.
That'll start at 5:30 against Hunter. Leslie Young crossover behind the back.
Tough pass.
Bounce pass trying to find McRae. Gets taken away, though. And it's Richardson now the other way. Edwards thinks about the shot, gives it off to Jones, near side 3. Off the glass and in. Just like that, it's a 1-point game.
David, is the bank open? Because I thought it was closed. It's already 7 o'clock. Ay, ay, ay.
Castillo now to Young, 3 seconds to shoot. Pull up from the free throw line. Way off. And that will do it for the third quarter of action. It was a 4-point lead and a half for the Bearcats. It's now a 1-point lead entering the fourth quarter. You're watching Baruch Basketball YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting.
David, the only outside shot from John Jay is a close your eyes, I'm in my playground bank shot. Other than that, it's been interior play by John Jay throughout the game, and Baruch hasn't had an answer to that. So going into the fourth quarter, I doubt John Jay is going to change her attack.
Joe, you spoke about it in the first half. Superstars need an opportunity to take over the game. Well, unfortunately for the Bearcats, that superstar in the third quarter was Ashley Ziola.
Well, doesn't
a huge third.
And now Coach K is going to have to, I think, say, listen, Mia, this is your time now. It's scripted, David. Fourth quarter, the game has been kind of back and forth. If Baruch is ever going to do this, they're going to have to go on a run, which has been a characteristic of them throughout the year.
Baruch on a 7-game win streak, 7-2 in the conference. Can they extend it to 8? We're moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. It'll be Jones, Ziola, Lattimore, Ba, and Edwards for the Bloodhounds.
David, let's point out to Baruch Nation, we've talked about it. If everything works out well in the next week, Baruch could be at the top if things work out in their favor, given losses here and there by other teams.
A lot of basketball to play as it's Young, Idir, Baccarella, McRae, and Castillo for the Bearcats. Castillo has it now. Ba all over her. Deep two from Castillo. Rebounded there by Lattimore over the outstretched arms of Baccarella. And it'll be Edwards to bring it to the front court. Joe, how you feeling about that first possession from Baruch?
Well, I want Mia to go to the foul line.
Jones bounce past to Ziola, free throw line jumper, too strong. McRae comes down with the rebound for Baruch, and it'll be Castillo to push. Up ahead to Leung.
We'll take her shooting from the foul line.
Castillo, Aaron's shot there, they're going to say it was blocked last off of the Bloodhounds, so it'll stay right there with Baruch.
I don't know why they wouldn't call that. It's Mia's at home. She was in the motion. There was contact.
Castillo into the lane. Nice find there to McRae. Oh, she can't finish with the big short. However, she gets her own rebound. Fouled on the way up and will go to the line to shoot two. But, Joe, what a pass.
You know what, David? Unbelievable. The pass was around a body, right into the waiting hands of McRae. I mean, just tremendous. This is why you take all those foul shots in practice to really muscle memory. You got to be good this time of game at the free throw line. Here's Mia.
Nice steal there by Castillo going up against Ziola. Can't finish over the outstretched hand. And now Ziola over to Edwards. He's able to bring it into the front court, breaking down Baruch's full court press.
Well, Mia's really starting to try and find a way offensively.
Lattimore calling for it underneath. However, she loses it and it's a turnover. Credit to McRae there, forcing Lattimore to catch it maybe a bit further from the basket that she wanted.
There you go. They converged, and you had three people on her as she tried to turn. So that's going to be the formula. Converge.
Castillo off left iron on the mid-range jumper. She's really living or dying with that mid-range jumper tonight, Joe.
Mia's going to have to find a way to get to the basket and the foul line, David.
As Ziola steps on the line, goes out of bounds, and we'll go back to the Bearcats.
So Baruch has got a tough task with the post efficiency of John Jay. That's what this last 8 minutes is going to be about. Can Baruch stop the interior people for John Jay?
Idir knocks down a mid-range jumper right there. Baruch really living or dying with the mid-range here, at least, I'll say actually for most of the game, but also really here in the early portion of the fourth quarter. As Lattimore catches it inside. Yep, too many steps, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats.
David, by the way, that was a great pass to Lattimore. It was to the outside. And she caught it en route to turning.
Yeah. Now it's Leung here on the near side. Simon's out on her. Baccarella looking for options.
Baccarella's not looking to shoot. Now, they need to get the ball in. Good passing.
Block. Nope, they're going to say there was some contact on the way, and Ziola doesn't agree with it. They're going to send Baccarella to the line.
Well, something good came out of the attempt of Baccarella to put the ball on the floor and not pass it up.
So rounding out on the first.
Well, it was the rim.
And good on the second.
Now they got to really locate both Ziola and Lattimore.
Edwards pushes out ball three, too strong. She's still looking for her first bucket.
Hey, we'll take that.
0 of 8 now from the field. Castillo trying to force it into McRae.
Yeah, that's a tough, possession that's so vital. You come away with nothing.
Ziola now has on the near side, gives it up to Edwards on top. Ooh, Edwards almost lost it, almost left it behind. However, able to keep it alive. Now Simons, floater in the lane, no good. However, Lattimore able to get her own rebound once again and able to easily finish off the glass.
Well, once she's there, it's hard to deny her.
So it's going to be a timeout for Coach Day with 6:49 remaining. Once again, it's a 4-point game, 56-52.
David, defensively, Baruch is going to have to get it done by committee when it comes to dealing with these post players of John Jay. It's not going to be one person. It's going to have to be by committee. Deny, converging, footwork.
So it'll be Baruch ball going right to left here.
6:49 remaining. Every possession offensively for Baruch needs to be effective. They can't give up possessions, come away with nothing.
So now it'll be Leung. Gives it over to Castillo. Pulls straight on three. Shot no good, but McRae battling underneath with Ziola, able to strip it away with one hand. Looked like her other hand was being held. Now Castillo, crossover move. Kicks it out. Idir straight on three. Oh, off back iron. And it'll be Ziola who comes down with the rebound.
Well, they're good shots. They're just not falling. So again, by committee, Baruch is going to have to converge.
Ziola shot no good. Bit too soft. However, get her own rebound and one. And she's able to lay it in through the contact. The foul there is going to be on Castillo. That's her fourth. And she's got to be very careful moving forward as Baruch can't afford to lose her.
How frustrating when the ball found Ziola. There were like 6 hands, and the ball found Ziola.
Knocks down the free throw. So it's a 1-point game, 56-55, under 6 minutes remaining
now
here in the ball game.
How does Baruch deal with this adversity?
Castillo pulls a three, and she knocks it down. And you could see her voice out in frustration.
Well, that's a good way to start dealing with adversity, having your star knock down a three.
So a big three there, 59-55 with 5:44 remaining. And Baruch really needed that, Joe. More importantly, Mia Castillo needed that as she's been struggling from the field
because
tonight.
The offensive perimeter game has just not been there tonight. I'll tell you what, Baruch is really miraculously leading, given that the outside game has really not been there. And they haven't been able to get to the foul line. So that's really been a little bit of a miracle. But the other thing now, Dave, this game hinges on what John Jay does down in the paint. Right now, we're not worried about outside shots.
Castillo only has right now 18 points in 34 minutes of action. She does have those 4 personals, though, as does Morales.
Yeah, this is a different game for Mia.
Pressure that, Elisa. You got to pressure that.
Pass from Lattimore inside to Ziola. Bit too strong to go out of bounds, and it'll be Baruch's ball.
Well, that was defense by committee. We had a lot of people on Ziola and Lattimore.
And if you're Coach Catrozas, I think you almost want to pull. Ooh, nice move there by Morales. I'll get to my point in just a second, but McRae gets the rebound. Now it's Castillo. Can't get that one to go, and Lattimore on the rebound. But if you're Coach Catrozas on the defensive end, Joe, you almost want to tell Castillo, get the hell out of the way. And
well, get out of the way unless you're converging with the rest of your teammates.
But even then, you got to be so careful with the 4 fouls.
Right.
As Ziola shot no good. It's going to be rebounded there by McRae. And Castillo to push.
Boy, McRae is just an unsung hero. Well, Mia just got assaulted, and they didn't blow the whistle.
Now Leung pulls a 3, and she knocks down a big 3 on the far side, 62-55.
Good timing by Leung to finally hit one.
So now Simon's going to step into a 3, try to answer. Shot no good. And it'll be Morales who pulls down the rebound.
Well, Baruch, these last few possessions, little travel.
Oh, my God. Morales had the wide open layup. Just got a little overzealous there, and it's going to go back to the Bloodhounds.
Baruch has been lucky that the interior hasn't been there for John Jay these last few possessions, and Baruch has got to keep it up for the last 4 minutes.
Now Edwards over to Simons. Ooh. Now to Ziola. Castillo's got to be careful there with her hands. Straight on from Simons. Off the glass and in, and a bank 3.
Well, the bank is open again. I don't get it. But, you have to live with that because you're worried about their post play if you're Coach K.
And Leung throws it right into the hands of Edwards. Edwards pushing the other way. Castillo can't foul, has to sag off. And just like that, it's a 2-point game.
Well, Baruch giving the ball away is a nightmare. Each possession is so sacred.
Morales shot from the free throw line is good. Awkward looking shooting angle there, Joe. Bit of a push shot.
Well, she had to take that. She was open.
I think it also, maybe she was a bit surprised how open she was as shot by Ziola, no good. Lattimore gets to the rebound and able to lay it in. And once again, been really impressed with Michaela Lattimore's positioning in the post.
Well, David, they don't have an answer for her.
3 there by Leung, off right iron, no good. Lattimore comes down with it. However, her pocket's picked from Morales. Inside to McRae. She's fouled there. I think she was tripped up by Lattimore.
David, I think there's a lot of nervousness on the part of Baruch. Mia's got to calm her teammates down. There's a lot going on now, and Baruch has to remain poised.
Idir too strong. Rebounded there by McRae. Too strong as well. Last off of Simons as her and Morales were battling for it. And with 2:50 remaining, it'll be Baruch's ball right underneath the basket.
McRae's had a great game, but her and Morales have to finish in close.
Idir to inbound. Gives it up top to Leung. Back to Idir on the near side corner.
This is Castillo's time, David.
Castillo working on Ziola. Gives it off to Morales at the free throw line. She has the open look again. Bit too strong. Nice rebound there. It was McRae who kept it alive to Morales. Shot no good by Leung. And it'll be last off of the Bearcats. So with 2.5 remaining, Baruch lead by 2. We got a nail biter here, Joe.
Well, again, where is Lattimore? Where is Ziola? Okay, that's the question. And where is Baruch's positioning?
And right now they're using McRae to post him up and Morales to defend the entry pass into Lattimore. To no avail, though, as Lattimore is able to use her size and able to create position.
They doubled her, and she still got it off.
Crossover move from Castillo. Step back jumper. Shot no good. Ooh, a rebound goes over the outstretched arm of Morales. I think she just left her feet too early. Ziola over to Edwards, who will walk it into the front court.
Well, defensively, Baruch has got to really yeah, I mean, there it is again. Now, 147. Again, this is adversity time for Baruch. How are they going to make the adjustment?
Idir gives it off to Leung. 15 to shoot. 1:32 remaining here in the ball game. Castillo has an open look, and she knocks it down. Big-time shot, big-time player.
David, we've seen this before. We're privileged and honored to have one of the better players in the country. Now, having said that, defensively, how are they going to get it done, the Lady Bearcats?
Castillo has 21 points now on 7 of 23 from the field. That shot right there gives them a 1-point lead with a minute 27 remaining here in the ball game, Joe. It's back and forth action. It's only our first game of our doubleheader tonight.
Now, between me and you, Baruch has tried to double Lattimore and Ziola. They've tried to move them around. How do they really defend? That's going to be the question right now. There's no other question. How are they going to defend this, problem? Ziola's at the foul line, and Lattimore's down in the block.
I mean, I'll give them credit. They've switched up the defense on her. Morales cutting off the pass, double-teaming Lattimore, and that's where you want Lattimore to catch the ball.
You want the ball in the perimeter because they can't hurt you.
This is some good defense here from Morales. But now Lattimore got some position here, trying to get it inside the Lattimore. This is probably where you want her to catch it. Now Ziola has the open look. Awkward shot, though, too strong. Ooh, off the hands of Lattimore. Maybe just a little bit of luck there, too, Joe, as the pass ahead to Baccarella. No good. And now Ziola comes away with the rebound. Up ahead of the pack to Lattimore, who's wide open. Gives it off to Simons. Her shot no good. Lattimore gets her own rebound. No good. It's Morales. It's Lattimore. Ooh, as Lattimore hit the deck hard.
David, you know what? Give Lattimore credit. She really wants the offensive rebound. We hope she's okay because she's had a tremendous game. Her tenacity is really admirable. Why is it John Jay ball?
Because it was a jump ball.
Okay,
so it's going to be possession now of John Jay. I guess I'm more surprised. Lattimore seemed to hit her head on the floor.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they're not making her get checked out right now. She seems to be okay. She's walking around.
Yeah, that was a broken play. I heard Coach K. I would take her out.
I'm surprised she doesn't have to come out. If the trainer looks her over.
She's got to come out.
I mean, it would be common sense to take her out.
I don't even think it's on the coaching there, Joe. I think the trainer came out onto the floor to check her out. Okay, I think that's an option, though, Joe. I think the Bloodhounds can use a timeout to get her back into the game. But I think because of the trainer check, Lattimore had to come out of the game right there. However, due to the timeout, I think she'll be able to continue on post-timeout, which is an acceptable option. But I don't know. It seemed she hit her head on the floor, and then the examination seemed quick, and it seemed to be a lot of questions going on.
If this was football, she'd go right into the tent. You know what I mean? For evaluation. We're talking about, I don't say it's a concussion, but,
No, it was for me, the whole process
once the
was weird.
trainer came out.
Well, why is the trainer on the floor? That's what I'm not getting. I would think the player would come to the bench and get looked at by the trainer, or you do what they're doing right now and call the timeout if they want to have the player re-enter immediately.
Right.
Those two seem to be your options. It just seemed odd that the trainer was actually on the floor.
Well, David, you bring up the point. What is the official ruling when that happens? I mean,
well, if the trainer gets called, Joe, they're going to have – what should have happened, I think the correct procedure would have been if the player needed to see the trainer, the player comes out of the game. If they want the player to re-enter the game immediately, they would use the timeout as they did. So you basically get the same result. It just seemed very odd that the trainer was on the floor. As Castillo comes away with the steal, and Ziola – had it knocked away from her hands, as now it'll be Baccarella, gives it off to Leung. Leung gets fouled there by Simons.
Well, that was possibly a game-determining sequence of Baruch ending up with the turnover after Lattimore issue.
An interesting play here. Ziola going to cover the inbounds here. Okay, they were able to get into Leung. Edwards all over her. It's about 12 seconds difference, 13-second difference between shot clock and game clock, Joe, so they don't need to foul. It's a one-point game, 67-66. Castillo has it up top. It's Ba out on her. Ba's been playing great defense tonight. Pull-up jumper from Castillo around and out. No good. Morales. And they're going to say it was laughed off Morales, and it's going to go back. And it's going to be a timeout for John Jay with 14.1 seconds left. Full timeout as Coach Day wants to talk things over. Joe, I mean, you want the ball into the hands of Castillo. Is that the shot you want, though?
No.
Deep from two?
Let's face it. We've talked about the need for Baruch to get to the foul line. With the dribbling ability of Mia, she could have found a way to get to the foul line. I think you want to, if you're going to really go down, you want to go down having gone to the line or having gone to the basket, high percentage shot. Not that Mia can't make that shot, but we would have wanted a higher percentage shot in that sequence. Now, defensively with 14 seconds, you know what John Jay wants to do. Ziola or Lattimore, and how they're going to do that.
So 14 seconds left. And, yeah, Joe, to your point, I mean, both Ziola and Lattimore, 23 points. Ziola on the verge of potentially playing 39 of the 40 minutes. Lattimore's put on 30 minutes tonight, so combined for 27 rebounds between the two.
This is the defensive possession of the year for Baruch.
And we'll see what they can do. It's Baccarella, Castillo, McRae, Morales, and Leung. Ba, Edwards, Ziola, Lattimore, and Simons. For the Bloodhounds will be Simons to inbound on the far side. 14.1 remaining here in the ball game, and it's into the hands of Edwards. Edwards gives it off near side to Ba, trying to get it inside to Lattimore. Lattimore working against two. High shot, no good. Ball's loose. And it's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to be Bearcats basketball.
Yeah, because last time it was when Lattimore was John Jay ball. Yep. Now, great converging defense by Baruch. They dropped down, and they forced Lattimore, who tried to muscle a shot, but it was errant.
And Ziola talking on the far side with the refs. I don't know if they were saying kick ball or something along those lines, or if she was out of bounds. I mean, there's a few things going on. I think she also wanted a whistle. She keeps pointing at her leg.
Well, the refs were right there. They had a bird's eye view of the play. This is when you really need to go to the monitor.
And one thing I'm not sure of is challenges and what have you from both teams. So with 67-66 Baruch lead, it will be Baruch basketball. 4.4 remaining, and they'll have it in the front court here.
Now Coach K's got to put in all his best foul shooters. David, I would take Morales. I would leave McRae in. I want my best shooters.
I mean, I think you really need to get the ball into the hands of Idir, Castillo, or Leung. Now watch Idir here. She's also going to be the inbounds. But with that said, 4.4 seconds, you have to figure out how to get into Castillo or Leung's hand. Leung 70% free throw shooter, Castillo
somebody's
78%.
Getting fouled. Yeah, somebody's getting fouled, David.
That's true.
Here comes Castillo.
She's quickly fouled by Edwards with 2.8.
Okay, now Baruch has got to wonder, watch, God forbid there's a miss. Is anybody leaking down for John Jay? Everybody should be off the line.
So it'll be Castillo, 78% free throw shooter on the season.
David,
2.8 remaining here in the ball game.
I'm surprised that John Jay doesn't have people down court, given the limiting time. They don't have any time, David, to advance the ball, John Jay.
And it'll be a timeout for Coach Day, so they can advance the ball here.
Right. But
I mean, even if Castillo missed, you get the rebound, you're calling timeout. I think regardless, they knew that they just needed to secure the rebound. So 2.8, it's a 3-point game, and we have not seen John Jay shoot well from downtown. Only 2 of 10 on the season, on the game. Excuse me.
David, I want to point out some coaches may foul to take away the 3-point attempt, but on a miss, John Jay, with their interior really success tonight, might get a rebound and put it in. So this is a tough call in what you're doing.
But they need a 3 here, Joe. 2.8.
Right.
So the only person that shoots over 30% is Edwards. It'll be Simon staying down. Gives it off to Ziola. Ziola going to pull a 3. Her shot was blocked by Castillo, and it's a rebound from Morales. And just like that, Baruch have won 8 in a row, and they move to 8-2 in the conference.
Great victory. Things worked out for Baruch, and they outlasted a very tough John Jay team.
And if you're John Jay, I think you're a bit frustrated with this loss here tonight.
No, because you had Baruch on the heels. Lattimore and Ziola are tough to handle. I don't care who you are.
And they had a monster game here at the Arc Arena, the 2 of them, for John Jay as they combined for 46 of the 66 John Jay points.
Hey, isn't it interesting, David? The last couple of games, particularly here at home, Baruch has escaped with victories. You know, just kind of outlasting. They outlasted Brooklyn. Same thing tonight. It was really a lot of adversity, and the Lady Bearcats found a way.
And when it mattered most, Mia Castillo, Lisa Leung, and crew all stepping up and creating some plays down the stretch, but really giving it to the hands of Castillo here in the fourth quarter.
Let's shout out to McRae. She was very active. Of course, Angela Baccarella, active, of course, again. But again, you know, these games, you just build character, confidence as you outlast. It wasn't pretty, mind you, but Baruch found a way.
And Brooklyn College tonight beating Hunter, so really a battle for first place on Thursday night here, Battle of Lex, first place in the CUNYAC, and Baruch trying to extend that 8-game winning streak to 9.
Hey, if you're a basketball purist, you're going to be here Thursday because there's a lot of adversity going on.
So that will do it for the first game of our doubleheader between John Jay and Baruch. Baruch taking the win 69-66. We are about 20 minutes away from tip-off here in the men's game. We'll be back for men's action. You're watching CUNYAC basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting.